Hello and welcome. This is n8-bit and I'm going to walk you through some Chapter 3 speedruns using various characters. A lot of Spelunky and Meat Boy occurs in this edition. This first one, and really a few of these, there aren't too many tricks that you can utilize. It's just going through the level as fast as possible. There will be some sections later on where there's some pretty good shortcuts that you can utilize that will drastically reduce your time, but for a few of these, not really that big of a deal. This one you can go through pretty quickly with Meat Boy, but it seems that using Spelunky gets you a little bit better of a time. When you're in the air, you just hit the A button again and it helps propel you forward. This one is a pretty fun little level. The biggest trick is just to keep off of the walls and keep off of the people movers, or whatever you'd like to call them. This is one where Alien Hominid comes in handy. You can use the X or left trigger while in air to give you a little bit of a boost, and as you can see there, you can get up to Bandage Girl pretty quickly. This is one that admittedly I really suck at, but you can get pretty good times using Alien Hominid if you practice. Another one where Spelunky comes in handy, since you don't really need to go through the whole level as you would with Meat Boy. You can just go all the way across. This one pretty straightforward, but I just want to point out that the Game Boy Meat Boy is pretty fun to play as. I just love the sound effects. This is one where I show off a little bit of another trick with Spelunky. As you see, I shoot myself down, and you can accomplish that by hitting A once you're already exploding through the air. Anytime you need to descend pretty quickly, that comes in handy. For these, you might be able to use that downward exploding trick. I haven't found it to be too useful, but you can give it a go and see if that helps you out with your times. This one is as you can see, took me a little bit of time to get through. You can actually just squeeze through those saws using Alien Hominid. I use him because he has a greater vertical jump than many of the other characters. And as you can see here, you have to be absolutely pixel perfect going through there. But if you're able to pull that off, your time is drastically cut down. Again, another level that's pretty straightforward. The biggest trick and takeaway is not to get stuck on the walls, but rather try to fall. That way it's a little bit quicker when you get through the level. This one, at first I thought there wasn't really any trick that would help you cut down your time, but as you can see there, you can actually sneak through that ledge and saw. Again, it's one of those pixel perfect things, but if you do, it really shaves down about 2 or 3 seconds. So if you're going for a overall speed run and trying to climb up the rankings, that really helps your cause. This one is one of the rare Chapter 3 levels where the Pink Knight comes in handy. You can do that high jump ability of his to ascend through the level really quickly. It's kind of a tough jump to pull off, as evidenced by all of my replays flying all over the place, but if you can do that a couple of times with really solid precision, you will make it through that level in no time. For this one, I used Fly Wrench, but you can probably use Ogmo and the Kid work just fine. For this one, the Pink Knight might come in handy since you can ascend up to get that key pretty quickly, but I find that getting up to Bandage Girl with him is a little bit slower, and so I just use Meat Boy. This is one of my favorite levels to break. As you can see, you can actually get up onto the roof and go over without having to wait for that gate to unlock. Sort of reminds me of that second level of Super Mario Bros. Actually, where you can get up on top of the level. This one is relatively straightforward. The easiest way and quickest way is to go down those 2 sections that already have a block missing. There is a way where you can jump up and that missile will shoot the block beneath you and help out a little bit faster. I just didn't pull it off in that replay you saw there. This is the last level of the Light World, and a pretty hard one at first, but once you get the pattern down, it's pretty quickly. For whatever reason, the replay doesn't show that thing continuing to fire, but you just need to jump up and keep dodging his attacks. Well, it brings us to the conclusion. I will upload my speedruns for Chapter 3 Dark World shortly, and take care. Thanks for watching.